8 months ago, my teacher recommended us to go to Toastmasters to get a better grade in the subject and to improve our public speaking. I thought, this is for me, and my grades thought the same. That is because I've always struggled with public speaking, mainly due to the social anxiety aspect of it. I would have thoughts going through my mind like, what if I stumble over my words? Or what will people think of me? Or what if I suddenly forgot how to speak English? And in anticipation of presentations, I will be sweating bullets to the point that it looked like I had just dove into a pool. And to prevent me from looking like a drowning man, both figuratively and literally, I would try to memorize every single word of my presentations, to the point where I will be dreaming about it. And if I put the same amount of effort that I put in memorizing my presentations into something more useful, like investing, I would have probably been rich, but I would have still been sweating. And there's one thing that you need to know about me, and that's that I believe in visualization. Envisioning yourself in the moment of action. So to do this and to help me deal with managing my anxiety around presentations, I would rehearse in front of a familiar audience. My dog and my cat. But as you can imagine, I didn't get much feedback on vocal variety, the use of pauses, or body language. Instead, my audience was easily distracted, and at the slightest hand gesture, they'll be running off into the living room. As a result, during my presentations, I will be like a robot, monotone voice, standing still, no use of body language, being afraid that if I did anything that my audience will be running off. And unlike my happy pets, I didn't get any smiles or kisses or a good grade at the end of my presentation. And I decided that this wasn't it for me. So when my university offered a 2-hour course in public speaking, I didn't hesitate a moment and I applied immediately. We had to start with an icebreaker during this public speaking course, where we would talk about something that we were planning on doing during the break. And we had to make eye contact with everyone in the room for 3 seconds each. So it started off, one person went after another, one better than the next. And I was getting kind of bored by the same stories over and over again. So I decided to do something different. On that day, as I was driving to the course, I bumped into the back of another car. Fortunately, no cars and no Toastmasters were harmed during this accident. In fact, there was not even a single scratch on the car. It was just a little bump. And for some reason, I had a malfunction in my brain going at that point, because I thought that would be something funny to tell the audience. And to no surprise, as I went up, introduced myself confidently and started telling the story, no one gave a single smile or even remotely showed any form of excitement. I cut my story short, and for the most uncomfortable 30 seconds of my life, I stared at the remaining half of the room, each individual for 3 seconds, like a serial killer. So, although I didn't get any smiles, I did practice my ability to make eye contact and to be a serial killer for Halloween. But I felt like something was missing in my life. There was a certain void there. And I asked myself, what is it? And that's when I came to realize it was a grammarian, a timekeeper, and the audience that wouldn't be my pets. And that's the moment when I joined Toastmasters. And after joining, I had my first successful speech ever since primary school, when I spoke about my literature review on why kangaroos are the best boxers in the animal kingdom. And that taste of success felt amazing. So Toastmasters has helped me to be more confident in myself, to improve my presentation skills, and to realize that I can use hand gestures without people leaving the room and going off to fetch a ball. And apart from that, I gained the ability to not care as much about the opinions of others, except for those close to me, or unless they are a general evaluator. Thank you, Toastmasters.